Well, it's funny. I was gonna write what I wanted to say, but then it got way too good that I just lost the opportunity to write it. So I just have to, you know, recall, not even recall, but just start over from scratch and say it all. There are a lot of times where I'm making art, where I'm communicating with others, and I come across this one brat that'll just be like, it doesn't make sense to me. Maybe if you just did this, I would understand it better. And it's like, at first it used to be like, all right, if I just need to, as far as communicating with this guy, I just need to add this one little aspect to my art and you'll understand it. It's like, cool, I'll do that. But this guy, you do that and he'll go, nah, I still don't understand it. Maybe you just need to do this. Okay, I still don't get it. Maybe you just need to do this. You know what? I'm not getting it. You just need to do this. And there have been times where, and stuff like that, I've been offered like an idea that if I mastered it, if I did it right, that I would finally have earned this guy's approval. And it's like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, who is this guy to go around telling people that the only way they can be successful in his world is literally if they're just following his directions all the time? Who the fuck is this guy? That's literally just like, you're literally just not doing it how I would do it, and that's why you'll never be successful. That's why in my world I'll always fight against your success. It's fascinating to me that we let a guy like that become successful. And I don't even think we did. I think that guy is just looking for any fucking gap in our brain while we're thinking to just take it from us no matter what. Houston, I fucking hate this place so much. And I'm not sure that there's a place out there that I wouldn't hate, only because of how it works, how people behave. I went to Walmart yesterday, and I was just buying water for my fucking terrarium. And this grown-ass man, he was with a kid and with his wife. This grown-ass man is just fucking all up in my space. Like, I'm checking out, I'm paying for it. And this guy's like getting closer. I'm right here, and he's literally just like right here. And it's like the kind of guy that growing up I know would have been like, man, this nigga a bitch, man, I don't need to worry about him. And it's like, he's just, at some point, at the end of the transaction, right when I'm about to walk away, he just fucking like, just basically gets up on me, and I just go, whoa, hey, you're so fucking close right now, you're making me uncomfortable. And this guy, he's just like, and he like looks down, and what's fucked up is that I had to walk away because I was already leaving, and so it looked like I was like, don't do that again. And it's so fascinating how I had to spend the rest of the night not fucking feeling like a bitch when I spoke up and I said, hey bro, aren't you a grown ass man? Don't you understand personal boundaries? Like, this should not be a fucking problem. And it's so fascinating to me that that guy out there might still be going, man. And that's the problem with this place. I feel like everyone's so fucking defensive that me not being defensive is taken as a naivety. It's taken as he can't defend himself. Me not walking around constantly being like this all the time makes people think that I can't protect myself. It's so fascinating to think that people are walking around in this constant state where they're like constantly ready to preemptively kill you because they see an opportunity where you could kill them later on, and they think it's justified to just kill you right now to prevent that. That because I'm not like that, I'm seen as naive or stupid or weak or easy to take advantage of. And the truth is, I'm like one of the bravest individuals walking around because everybody's like that. Yet every single fucking day I choose to walk out there and present to the world a reality in which we don't need to be defensive like that, in which we can just hang out. I'm the only one out there that's kind of willing to die for that shit. Yet I'm the one who's stupid. These niggas keep creating I don't say that word. And I feel like at some point when it comes to perception, when I start saying shit that makes sense, people just try to find a way to perceive it so that they can demonize it anyway. So there are times where I get angry, where I start saying shit that I wouldn't say. That's them justifying why they don't need to accept the idea. It finally made sense to them. Now they want to go, man, but he's a dick. Man, but who talks like that? Man, but he's like one of those fucking dumbass ghetto guys, For no reason, they find an excuse not to accept the idea when I present it. But what I find is that they go on and they adopt the idea, but they try to adopt it in a way that they don't have to admit that I was the one that fucking made them feel stupid for not already acting on it. It's so fucking retarded to me. It's actually dumb. I mean, imagine walking around not even being able to have a good time because everybody's so afraid that you could kill them later on that they decide to kill you right now. And then when you call them out for what they're doing, they make up shit. Like, they make up shit to justify it. How many men in this town do you think were just killed for no reason? And after they were killed and when they couldn't defend themselves, people just made up excuses. People just created their own realities to justify it. Swear to God, bro, this town is so fucking stupid, man. This town is so dumb. I was literally contemplating just killing myself because I was like, this is fucking stupid, bro. Like, what the fuck? I don't want to deal with this shit. This is retarded. Why are people acting this way? Then they sit there and act like, the world's gonna end if everyone stops being defensive. And no, it's not, bro. You know how many times I've seen guys literally walk around trying to create a reason for themselves to be necessary? Like, I remember I was in a town where I got like a lot of attention. Everybody loved me there. And like, out of nowhere, I just got hit with nothing. Like, rumors just started. Shit just came up. This bad it was almost like I was having a good time enjoying myself, and these guys were literally just going around writing a story and creating a character to like a myth almost of a bad version of me that was going around town causing everybody harm. And like, I started being treated like I was that guy anyway. And then I stopped being given the opportunity to not be that guy. It's crazy to think that some people believe that effective communication isn't actually trying to understand the other person, but it's making the other person become you. But they don't see it like that. They don't see that's what they're doing. It's crazy to me to think that there are people out there that have no incentive to actually understand others, that go around going, oh my God, why doesn't anyone understand me? You know how many times I've been at a party and I've seen the kind of guys that are walking around going, like, that were just fucking pissed off. The kind of brats that were like, man, the girls always sleep with the assholes, what the fuck? Going around literally with this face that's like, life is unfair. That means I'm justified to go around and just fucking start playing Art of War and fucking Trojan horsing people that have no intention of fighting me. And maybe this is the reason I can't get laid, is because I think everything's a war and you gotta take shit. And I'm just upset that I couldn't have whatever I wanted whenever I wanted without anyone else's consent or concern or say. So now I'm gonna go around fucking hurting people who have no need to defend themselves yet because they don't realize an asshole like me exists. I can't tell you how many times I've seen a guy like that develop, and how many times I was forced to go over there and have a conversation with him and scare his ass off. And one could try and argue that I created that guy, that I made the assumption that that's who he was, and then I made him that way. But the only way you can use that argument is if you accept the truth. If you accept that shit's been happening to me as well. You cannot say that I did it to someone else without actively acknowledging that when I say it happened to me, that I might be telling the truth. You cannot do one without the other. You cannot say I'm going around forcing people to be something without acknowledging that same thing is available to happen to me, that I'm vulnerable to that. You cannot say that I created problems without fully acknowledging the possibility that these people created a problem in me for no reason. So, you know, I sit there and I've fucking been forced to deal with people who literally think that people are bad, that people are crazy, that you know, like I said, the guy that sits there and goes, my art is bad because I didn't do what he would have done. I didn't add the synth at the moment that he would have added it. I didn't make the bass as loud as he would have made it. I didn't say the phrase that he would have said. I didn't do this or that. That there's a guy walking around going, all art that doesn't do what I would have done is bad. Like, he completely ignores the fact that people are different and that it's absolutely necessary for him to come to understand others, not for others to become more like him before he can understand them, but for him to make the effort to understand other people. It's just so stupid to me that we would let something like that walk around. That we would let something like that walk around. The man, the myth, the legend. That lady just looked right at me through my fucking window. Why the fuck did she do that? That lady just looked right at me through my fucking window. That's fucking annoying, bro. I can't tell you how many times shit like that happens. And like, I'm in a state where it's like, you can't prove that that's what's happening. Did she dye her hair? Jesus Christ, that looks amazing. She looks amazing. One of my neighbors dyed their hair. And they look so fucking cool right now. That's so badass. It's so crazy to me that shit like that happens all the time, where a guy who's walking by in a mirror, you know, there have been times where I look at people and like my brain comes up with like this weird reality as to what could be going on, right? And it'll be like, I've seen guys at the club literally fucking act like dude, there was a guy that as I was walking around the entire night, he was literally walking around acting like he was an FBI agent, like he kept being like he would like literally put himself around me and then act like he was communicating with somebody. It was the weirdest shit in the world, and I think it's because he thought I was on drugs and he could scare me. I didn't do anything to the guy, and you could call me crazy and say, what the fuck, you don't know that that's what he was doing. But it's like, bro, at some point when your behavior keeps giving me the opportunity to see that, I'm gonna go, hey, are you purposely trying to make me look crazy right now? Are you purposely doing things that if I piece together what it is you might intentionally be trying to give me the opportunity to piece together, you could just go, what the hell, you're crazy, I'm literally just on the phone. Like, that's so stupid to me. And the fact that I know that there are people, I don't know that there are people out there that would do something like that, but I do know that there are dumbasses out there that think that it would be intelligent to do something like that, would think that making someone look crazy like that, like constantly giving them the opportunity to assume something weird is going on just so they can back out of it and go, whoa, this guy's delusional, everyone look, he's crazy. And I feel like I've been dealing with that for quite some time now. The lady just looked into my fucking window. She's not the only one that does it. And I have blinds. Look at this. I literally have to fucking look through shit. Like it's weird. And I just made eye contact with somebody. I'm not like, I can't tell you how many times something like that happens. And it's like I have to sit there and go, yeah, but if I brought it up, people would call me crazy, so I just need to go, maybe they just look near my window and I'm just making the assumption, or maybe I just can't see this and that. And it's like, bro, at some point, I'm giving way too much of an opportunity to go, hey, do these people know who I am? Like, do they know something about me that I don't? Are they intentionally behaving in a way that's designed to drive me crazy? Is that just something that humans do? Do they behave in a way that passively over time is designed to drive each other crazy? And that's what humans do, bro. I do not know why I've become a human. I do not know why I'm one, because that's some childish ass shit. That's some shit that I don't want to be a part of. Seriously. I was looking at culture and how we design food and how we decorate life. And I came across a guy while I was walking through Houston one night who had like built his like own little hut, I guess. And it was him and his wife. He was homeless. And the way it was designed like I don't understand what it was I was seeing, and I can't really communicate it. But he designed where he was to keep people away. It looked in a way that it terrified people, not on like he can beat your ass in a way, like not an intimidating way, but like in a way that was like, it was so bizarre and so unsettling. It was so confusing. That you would just assume that this guy's so insane that you can't approach him. That he specifically, bro, he placed a shoe in a specific way. Like he had to balance the shoe on it. And that's what kind of set me off. Like he put the effort into placing the shoe there in a way that would just like, almost like he glued it to the fucking blanket. That was what it was. It was on a blanket hanging over a drape, and he glued it. Like it shouldn't have been staying there. And that's so fascinating to me. That guy inherently understands something about how to scare people away. And how in our culture, when after this happened, I started looking around and kind of perceiving what could be going on differently. And it seems like there might be a mass effort as a species to scare off unknown predators. To design our culture so that passively they intimidate creatures. I cannot tell you how many times I've seen leaves on the ground, and for a second my brain saw like a giant bug. And it's like, maybe that's how this works. Maybe that's how we keep it going. Maybe we design things to scare off the other animals. Maybe we are unintentionally sculpting our culture so that we make things that unsettle any other creature that tries to invade our reality, that tries to invade, the territory we've laid. I look at food, and I was served a steak at a high-end restaurant. First time I ever went into one, ate by myself, ate near the bar, and I was given the steak that looked like something's face, that looked like a thing's face. And the paste was weird, like the sauce looked weird. It looked gross. Like it looked like I was eating a living thing that had not been properly prepared, that its goos were still there. And I sat there and I was like, hey, so I could bring this up and say, hey, doesn't this shit look weird? And that's honestly what I started doing after a while, because once I saw that, I kept being given the opportunity to say wild and crazy shit, that at some point, it almost seems like there's a special effort to kind of give me the opportunity to be insane, that I started being like, all right, well, if that's how it's going to be, I'm going to start effectively communicating what it is everyone is making me see, what it is everyone is making me go through, so that they can understand how it feels, the terror that they're trying to create. Because if I communicate it, inherently they should, over time as a community, understand what it is I'm afraid of, what it is I'm not okay with seeing, and they should adapt to that as I would adapt to them on an individual level once they set their boundaries and told me who they were. I don't fucking belong here. I don't fucking belong here. And I don't fucking deserve to be here either. And none of these fucking people, I don't owe them shit. I don't owe them an explanation. They come up to me and they're like, I've been without a job for quite some time. I've been without a job. Like, they come up to me and they're like, where are you from? Where do you live? What's your occupation? This and that. And it's like they're constantly gay-holding me. Like I need to accept these things in my reality in order for them to accept me. Like the things that they're stuck dealing with. You know what I think it is? I think people are walking around in these existential prisons that are designed to keep them from harming others. That they've been gate-holded because of how much they try to gate-hold others. And so a guy that can just walk around through life having a good time, not worrying about money, not worrying about anything, they'll go up to that guy and be like, where do you work? Tell me where you work, or else I'm going to assume that your life is horrible and that you're going to die tomorrow because you have nothing you have no money to spend. Like they go around and they constantly force people to explain the things that they're stuck having to explain because of how they act, because of how they treat others. They constantly go around and they gatehold people's ability to live until those people can help them escape the things that they're dealing with. But the only reason they're dealing with those things is because they're going around forcing others to deal with it. They go around and they say, what the hell? You can't just be living a good life. Tell me how you're suffering or else I'm gonna fucking make you suffer. because I'm suffering, and it's not fair for other people not to be suffering if I suffer. It's fucking stupid, bro. And that's why they're like that. That's why they're trapped like that. Because inherently, they cannot accept everybody else's peace before they can get their own. And that's what you have to do. You have to just accept the idea that you live in a reality where everyone else is happy and you're not. You have to accept that first. And if you're unwilling to accept that, then why would anyone else be willing to accept it for you? And I'll say something like that. You know, the first thing I see someone going, oh, he's dealing with that. That's his problem. That must be what that is. That's not us. That must be something he's doing. And he's just, it's him projecting on us. And it's like, no, bro. I literally go around, and the only time I'm ever like awake is when I'm fucking annoyed. Is when something annoys me. When someone is there trying to go, explain yourself. There's no way you can do that without having gone through the things that I would have had to go through in order to do that. There's no way you can just understand these things without having to go through the things that I'm forced to go through to understand them. People don't realize this, but they gatehold themselves with the way that they're trying to gatehold others. And I can sit here and try to explain to people how fine I am half of the time. And how the only time I'm not fine is whenever I'm around other people. Whenever I have to justify myself to others. Whenever there's nobody around, shit just works out. I don't have to explain a damn thing. Shit doesn't even need to make sense. I don't even need to separate myself from the room. I don't even need to know where my body is in contrast to what's happening. But you get around others, now all of a sudden, you gotta, hey, where are you getting your money from? There's no way you're getting money. What the hell? Where the fuck? How'd you get here? Where's your ride? Where's your car? And it's like, shut the fuck up, bro. Why the fuck does it matter? Why can't we just why are you going around trying to check everybody else's reality? Why is that what you think you have the right to do? And people can go, I just want to understand. I just want to understand. It's like, are you that fucking stupid that you can't just have a good time without knowing who people are, without knowing where they came from? Are you that fucking dumb that everybody literally needs to make sense to you? Are you that fucking scared? You're a pussy at that point. If you're going around trying to say that the reason you force everyone to explain themselves to you is because it just doesn't make sense to me. I just don't know what to do. Like, at that point, bro, you need to separate yourself from society until you fix that shit. That's what you need to do, because you're causing other people harm. You're forcing them to accept conditions in their perception that they don't fucking deserve. You need to be honestly, I just gotta stop from saying something violent. And I appreciate it when that happens. Because I know when I get angry, it's kind of an intense thing. And I've lost some friends simply because I got angry in front of them. Not even at them, at other shit. And they were just like, oh my God, I can't do this. I can't. Not to embarrass them or anything. But it's like that anger I have. I'm literally just trying to live in a world where everybody's already doing what they want to do with their lives. I'm trying to create that world around me. If there's somebody out there trying to take that from us, I'm gonna fucking kill them. That's how I have to be, to protect the world in which we can just be fair and have a good time and just do what we need to do to keep things going, whatever that is, if there even is that. A world where somebody can come up to everybody and just trap them in their reality? No, we need to fucking be aggressive towards that shit. We need to make the effort to maintain peace, to maintain the content that everybody has. We can't let somebody with their own fucking problem walk in and create that problem for everyone else. There are people walking around literally gateholding others, saying, it's unfair that I'm trapped having to deal with this, so now I refuse to see anyone else is not dealing with it in order to force them to help me escape this situation. And it's like, that's why you're trapped in it, bro. That's literally one of the reasons you're trapped in it. Because you're trying to trap others in it with you. You can't just have your own problems. No, everyone else has got to have the problem with you. That's literally what the fucking issue is. And once again, I just saw the opportunity again that somebody has to go, he's literally talking to himself. That's all that is. And it's like, bro, what the fuck do you know? Why is that what made you decide to go, that's just his problem. Like, you're literally obviously the person I'm talking to if you did that. Because if not, you would just go, yeah, that might be what's going on. Oh yeah, that would suck. We do need to kind of defend ourselves against that if that's what's happening. But you go, that's not my problem. I don't have that problem. No, he's the one with that problem. Like, that's just fucking stupid to me. Like, it's obviously you. It's obviously you at that point. It's just fucking stupid, dude. A room full of people that are pretty much not aware of what's happening because they don't need to be, because we all trust each other. They're just having a good time and life is content. They're all the most vulnerable ones to some fucking asshole walking around with his sword drawn, just cutting people down. And you won't realize what happened until it's just you left. And now you're just surrounded by assholes like that who are demanding you explain yourself to them, who are demanding that you make sense to them. I told somebody at my old job, though I quit a job, I told somebody at that job before I quit, we don't know what's going on. We have no proof that any of this is real. And you know what that guy did? He got pissed. He was all like, tell me that this isn't real. Tell me that this isn't real. And it's like, bro, that's why this is real. Because guys like him are willing to kill us if we don't accept this boundary that he has in this reality. This problem that he can't solve, he's willing to kill everybody else if they don't agree to have that problem with them. And it's like, once you accept that this is not your problem, that this is somebody else's, that you don't have to worry about shit, they can't fucking touch you. They're the ones trapped in this problem. They're the ones trapped within this boundary. Once you accept that it's a boundary that they can't fucking like the guys that go around feeling like they constantly need to be like, man, everyone else in the room is weaker than me, and I'm also the best. The guys that walk around doing that all the time are the main ones who don't feel that way. They're the main ones. I mean, the only reason you have an incentive to think that way is because you don't, like, you feel like that's what everything else is doing to you. That's the only reason a man would ever become that, is if he thought he had to be that way in order to survive. And the only world you need to be that way in order to survive is a world in which every other man is like that. And it's not how every other man is. That's how you are. And you create the issue when you go around and men who are just minding their business, having a good time, you go around and you tell everybody, man, that guy's a bitch. He's also a bad person. Also, he hates women. Like, that, you can't, like, you're the fucking problem, dude. All this is perception. People are walking around and they have their problems. And at some point, they're more willing to kill you for not having their problem. They're more willing to trap you in their problem, to kill you for not having their problem, than they are to die just so they don't fucking have it anymore. I mean, imagine that in a world where the only things that you can truly acquire are the things that you're willing to die for. These guys are willing to die to continue being afraid. These guys are willing to die to continue having their problem. They're not willing to die so that the problem doesn't exist anymore. They're willing to die so that others have the problem with them. And then when someone else is like, what the fuck, this is stupid, bro, I'd rather just kill myself than I would be trapped in this shit. They're like, what the hell? What the fuck? Oh my god. I've watched guys lose their fucking shit over that, dude. I've watched guys lose their shit over that. I went to the club last night, and there was this guy that, like, I watched it escalate. He was like almost kind of pacing around, following me, listening to what I was saying to others. And as the night went on, he became more overtly aggressive in how he looked at me and how he behaved towards me. So I just walked up to him and I said a bunch of random shit. I don't even know what I said. I know what I said. I was like, you know, as a community, if there even is a threat that we as a community need to keep away from our community, that we need to fend off, that it's better that we're all different. It's better that there's a guy going around saying things that you aren't saying. Because the issue is if every guy thought like you, there's a threat out there likely that you can't beat, and we would all be killed for it. And he started going, I need to go, I can't handle this anymore. It was so fucking weird, bro. And I have this fear that there are guys walking around genuinely believing that life is nothing but knocking men down and then taking their women, or being so powerful that everyone just lays down around you and you can do whatever you want. That there are guys going around trying to do that constantly. You know how terrifying that is? Because the second you accept that reality, you accept that it can happen to you. The second you accept that reality, you accept that it can happen to you. And the first time I came across this idea, that was the first thing I thought was like, oh my God, that's fucking horrible. Who would even want to live in that world where people lose the right to say no to them? Where people lose the right to think for themselves around them? That's fucking terrifying. Who wants that? Who the fuck wants that? And the people that do want that, they're in constant dread of it happening to them. I guarantee you, they're constantly going around, and any person that's liked by others, they're like, oh my God, he's doing it. I gotta kill him. Like, it's so fucking sad to me that there are people walking around with mental illnesses like this that aren't being recognized. All because they know how to fucking go, huh? What? What are you talking about? What do you mean? I was just minding my business. And once again, I'll accept that possibility. I'll genuinely accept the possibility that I'm the only, like, I'm making up these problems. I'll accept that because I would rather be the one creating these issues than I would them just exist. I would rather be the one responsible for some of the bad things going on, because in the world where I'm responsible for some of the bad things, like I'm making them up, I can just stop making them up. I can just say, I can explain them away and they're gone. I want that. The issue is oftentimes it's not what I'm given. Oftentimes I'll go, all right, well, if that's the case, if it's really just what I decide, then I decide that that's not a problem anymore. And then boom, I get fucking punched in the chest. I get punched in the chest and it's like, it is still a problem. And it's like, all right, well, cool. Then I need to face it. I need to fix it then. What other option do I have? It's something that's going around trying to create a boundary in my behavior. It's fucked up that there are people that think that, almost like they think we live in a community where we have to constantly fucking scare things away. We have to constantly scare things away. We have to constantly explain problems away, right? And like, they think that if everyone thought like you, the problem would have, like, the problems that they're trying to keep away would have a way in. And it's like, dude, there's a real good chance that the only reason these problems exist is because you're creating them, and then you're claiming that you need to exist in order for them not to exist. Have you not seen, in our understanding of history, how many times we stop worrying about shit the second a certain group of people die? How many times it literally looks like the only reason there was ever a problem was because a group of people believed there was, and they created the problem when people didn't believe them, just so the world would be forced to pay them to keep it away. And one could always go, oh, he's doing that. That's what he's doing. But it's like, how? You can't just say that without having an actually articulated and prepared argument. Like, that's literally just a woman coming up to me and if she has a beef with me, she has a problem with me for something unrelated, just going, oh, it's because he's sexist. Like, you can't just say that shit. You have to explain what it is. You made a claim. You made an accusation. The burden of proof lies on you. You're the one that's claiming that something exists that doesn't. Every time I've talked about things, I've tried to prove their possibility. I've acknowledged that I might be wrong, but I've tried to prove why it's possible and what I see in other people's behavior that could indicate this. I don't just go, oh, that's what it is. No. I show people. I fucking go around and I let myself be vulnerable to others just so I can see how they've hurt me over time. And then I go, all right, why did that guy do that? What in me did he see that made him feel the need to dominate me, to humiliate me, to protect his image around me? And a lot of the times, I'm going to be honest, we got a lot of grown-ass fucking men walking around thinking like children, that are walking around more willing not to die so that everything's peaceful and everybody's good, but they're just more willing to die so that they get laid. Like, I can't even fucking imagine thinking that way. that you're more willing to kill and die over getting laid than you are to live in a world where shit just like good things just happen. We don't need to worry anymore. I say we put those guys, like I genuinely mean this when I say that. Stop giving them the opportunity to grow up. It's too late. Put them down. Literally. We're not kids anymore, man. We're not kids. Put them down. Stop fucking being like, oh, they'll get it in like 15 years. Let's just suffer until they get it in 15 years. Let's just let them walk around constantly creating bad outcomes for others, all because we want to feel like we're good people and we're giving them the chance. No, bro. Send them somewhere so that they can learn that shit. Don't fucking let them walk around hurting people that don't have that problem. Send them somewhere so that they don't fucking hurt innocent people. Send them somewhere. And once again, these guys are the kind of guys that are like, well, you wouldn't want someone to do that to you. Yeah, if I was literally a fucking problem, if I was going around hurting others because I was afraid, I would rather be fucking put somewhere so I could fucking deal with that and heal from it and figure it out than I would be allowed to walk around hurting others without consequence. That's fucking stupid, bro. I would rather not be disrupting everyone else's peace than I would fucking be allowed to be there and fuck everything up for everyone. Because I wouldn't want anyone to do that to me. I wouldn't want some guy with his own problem to come into my fucking life and create that problem in my world just so I could be forced to solve it for him. I would not want that. I wouldn't. And there are guys that'll be like, well, the only way we're gonna do that to others is if we do it to you. You have to accept it. You need to be willing to go through it. And it's like, bro, if I'm not the one hurting others, then why the fuck do I need to be punished? If I am not the one creating a problem, then why in the fuck do I need to be put somewhere so I can solve? Like, what the fuck do... That's literally, if I'm going, hey, this guy, every time I'm around him, he constantly looks for the opportunity to make me look stupid. He constantly looks for the opportunity to make me look lame or socially awkward. I think he might think this is a competition and that he's got to look the best all the time. And because of that, he's not giving others the opportunity to look the best. Why should I be sent somewhere for pointing out the fact that every time I'm around this guy, the same pattern of behavior occurs? And one could go, oh, we're just going around claiming that. No, bro. I would not want anyone to claim that shit for me if it's not true. I literally just don't want there to be fucking problems in my life. That's literally it. I don't want there to be fucking issues. That's it. I don't want there to be problems. That's literally it. And I don't believe that they just naturally exist. I don't. But if a reoccurring pattern is available to me, and at some point I'm no longer being given the opportunity to go, oh no, that's not what's going on. Oh no, that's not what's going on. At some point when it's in my face and it's fucking got a knife in my, if there's a knife in my heart, I just have to go, all right, well, he stabbed me. That's what happened. All right, why is he doing that now? I can't just continue to go, oh no, there's not, no, I'm okay. Like, what the fuck is that? I can't continue to do that. So no, I don't deserve to be put somewhere just because I have the ability to realize somebody's being an asshole. Not to create the outcome and where they're an asshole no matter what. Not to decide that they're an asshole before I ever interact with them. But to just realize, oh, this guy had the opportunity to, when I made a mistake, to go, hey, it's not that big of a deal, you're okay. Instead, he chose to go, man, this guy can't even fucking talk. like that's not me tripping, bro. That's literally me going, yo, what the fuck? Why would you do that? Why would you literally you literally just brought competition into this room where we were all just having a good time and being friends. You literally just started killing people, and now everyone's got to be defensive. Now you've just created a problem that we all have because you had it. But it's crazy that the guys that think that way, that think everything's a competition, instead of realizing the idea that it wouldn't be a competition if we didn't act on it, they start going around going, oh my God, he's trying to get rid of me. He's competing with me. All right, I've got to find a way to beat him. Yes. And that's literally how the rumors start. That's literally how the accusations start. That's literally how this like a myth of you walks around, causing people harm. It's literally how a legend is created, solely designed to make you look bad. When you look at a guy and you go, hey, at some point it feels like you only give me the opportunity to fail, to look bad, to be stupid. And they'll go, oh my God, you set me up. You set me up, didn't you? You only gave me the opportunity to give you the opportunity to give me the opportunity to give you the opportunity. And it's like, no, bro. I don't like this shit. I want to live in a world where I don't have to worry. I want to live in a world where I can just fucking be and not worry about somebody taking an opportunity to make me look like a bad person. I don't fucking want to be that way. And that means going around and not being defensive. That means going around and even when somebody has a knife and they're walking towards me going, maybe there's a fruit behind me and he's just gonna cut up an apple and eat it. Like that means me literally giving everyone the opportunity to kill me just so I can create that world in which no one was ever gonna take that opportunity anyway. But no, he's crazy because he said some things that I didn't agree with or understand. Oh, he's crazy because he said some things that scared me. Oh, he's crazy because he doesn't think like me. Yeah, he doesn't deserve success because people that don't think like me should not be allowed to succeed, or else that might prove that the way I think is unnecessary. It's like, shut the fuck up and just enjoy life. Shut the fuck up and just enjoy life. Shut the fuck up and just enjoy life. That's all you have to do. Shut the fuck up and just enjoy life. It's literally, it's that simple. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. That's all you have to do. Stop going around and assuming that everyone's out to get you. Because when you do that, you create a world in which everyone is out to get you. Stop assuming that everything is a competition, that the only way you can be happy is if other people are sad. Stop doing that. Shut the fuck up. You're wrong. You don't know. Shut the fuck up. You don't know. And when you go around acting like you know, you essentially going around attacking people because you think you know they're out to get you. Shut the fuck up. That's all you have to do. Shut the fuck up. It's that simple. You don't know what's going on. Yeah, there are assholes like you that fucking attacked you because they were afraid. Don't live in their world. Realize they only did that shit because they were fucking afraid. That's it. Stop going, oh man, I got hurt, so now I need to adjust myself around this pain for the rest of my life. No, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. It's that simple. Shut the fuck up. You don't know. You don't know anything. Shut the fuck up. It's that simple. Shut the fuck up. You don't know anything. You don't. You don't. It's that fucking simple. And I can see people going to me and being like, well, that's what he needs to do. Well, that's what he needs to do. And it's like, bro, if that's the reaction you're having, you're exactly who the fuck I'm talking to and you know it. I'm not talking to the people that already know they're just mind their own fucking business and they accept that people are different and life is all good and we just need to choose to be good people and be fair. It's that simple. I'm talking to the guys that would take this as an opportunity to attack me and claim that I'm doing this to good people, that I'm doing this to the fair. That's literally you in a state where I've just communicated for 40 minutes why I feel like I'm stuck having to constantly fight off these opportunities. Why they're still available to me and how at some point I've just got to go, all right, I don't belong here. I don't want to be here. Instead, you're just looking at me and you're going, he's the one creating our problem. Like, if you're not the problem, you would not have felt a certain way. Because I was not specifically saying your name. And this is a fucking YouTube video, and you know it. And you know that when I say that shit, I'm talking to the people who are the problem. And so if you felt offended, if you felt attacked, maybe it's because I said some shit that you just realized you might be fucking doing. And if you might be fucking doing it, just check right quick. Just see. And if you are, try and fix it. And if you're not, then move the fuck on. It's that simple. It's that fucking simple. Stop thinking you know how things are supposed to go, how things are supposed to be, how people are supposed to be. You don't know what a fucking human is. You do not know what a fucking human is. You don't. You fucking don't. So stop assuming that you understand human behavior and that you get how people are supposed to fucking act. Like, stop doing that shit, bro. You don't. The reason I can think this scary shit is literally because I accept that I don't fucking know what's going on. The reason I can just suddenly exist in a reality that makes no sense to anybody else is because I can admit that I don't fucking know what's going on. I always don't make sense to everybody else in some way because they're not me and I'm not them. That's just fucking life. That's just life. He's the one that's all mad about it. He's the one that's being aggressive. I don't know, bro. Maybe I am causing a problem. I'll admit it. I mean, if I am, I'll admit it. But I genuinely, I wake up and I fucking stub my toe. And I go, ouch, that fucking hurt. And then I move on. I don't go, what the fuck? Hey, nah, man, we gotta get rid of this thing. No, I go, okay, cool. Because I imagine that fucking thing didn't stub my toe on purpose. Now, if every time I walk past it, I start to stub my toe, and that was not something that was happening before, I'm gonna start going, all right, maybe this thing wants to hurt me, and I actually do need to do something about it, even if it doesn't make sense. I'm gonna go, hey, all of a sudden this problem just started occurring that did not exist before. Maybe someone's behavior changed, and we need to address it. But no, it's like, what the hell? He might actually be describing something I'm doing. He's the bad guy! He's the one! Like, shut the fuck up, bro. Literally, shut the fuck up. Literally. Any idea that's out there floating around, it's there to protect people. It's there so that people can adjust to life. If you don't see that you might be causing others harm, you need to be made aware of that. I'm okay with being wrong if it fixes things. I'm okay with the idea that the only reason there was ever a problem is because I created it. I'm okay with that idea because at least in that world, can the problem just stop fucking existing? At least in that world, can the problem just fucking go away? That is all I fucking want. I don't believe that I still have problems. I believe that when I go out and I interact with some people, they sit there and go, hey, prove to me you don't have this problem or I'm going to assume you have it. And once again, this could just be me fucking making the assumption. But also, it's like, bro, at some point, I can't sit there and keep trying to choose a reality where I don't make that problem when it just already exists outside of me. Like, at some point, I can't be responsible for every problem that's affecting my life. At some point, it's got to be something out there. Because I already know, like, I've already said the shit that makes sense. I've already said, oh, just fucking try not to create that outcome. Oh, just try to be fair. Oh, just do this and that. And I know that there are guys out, I don't know this, but I've dealt with it. I remember, I see a possibility, whatever it is, of a guy going, well, that doesn't mean life will just be fair all of a sudden. It's like, shut the fuck up. You don't know. You do not know. You got hurt by somebody that's like you now. You got hurt by somebody that's like you. That because they got hurt, they just went around and decided the world was unfair. And now they walk around making the world an unfair place so that they can justify being unfair towards it. And it's like, shut the fuck up, dude. Have a good time. You're alive. You've got the ability to experience things. Have a good time. Have a good time. You're alive. Yeah, you've got the possibility of being hurt and killed and suffering and being taken advantage of, but like you've also got the ability to fucking be loved, taken care of, watched out for. If you sit there and start behaving like you exist in a world where all you got is the opportunity to be hurt and be killed, you're gonna be sent around people that think like you. Because why in the fuck would the people that are living the good life, why would they ever want to let you in when you're just gonna go around attacking people for no reason because you're a fucking pussy, because you're scared. And that's what you are. No one needs to say that to you in a nice way because you would fucking kill them if you got scared of them. No one needs to fucking talk to you delicately because you would not handle them in a delicate way if you got scared. Get help. Instead of going around and calling guys that don't worry like you crazy, instead of going around and accusing every guy that's just comfortable and relaxed of being on drugs, get help. Get help! Get help. admit that there's something wrong because you cannot see a world in which we can all just get along. There's something wrong with you. Admit that and get help. Instead of trying to kill the guys who can already see that. Instead of assuming that they're naive because they don't see things the way you see it. Instead of assuming that he's going to die tomorrow because he doesn't defend himself from the things I think are going to kill me today. Like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You don't know what's going on. Nobody knows what's going on. And the only time you ever get contradicted is when you think you know. I'm saying a bunch of shit right now. I don't even know if it makes sense. I'm just making it, I just assume that my body wouldn't feel the need to do something if it didn't feel the need to do something. Like, it wouldn't feel the need to articulate this thing the way it's articulating it if there wasn't a problem that needed to be fixed, if there wasn't something going on. I don't know. I don't know if any of the shit I'm saying makes sense. And that's an opportunity that somebody could say, someone could take and go, he's crazy, he doesn't even know what he's saying. Yeah, of course, you don't even fucking know what you're saying. Why are you doing what you're doing right now? Why are you fucking here? What is going on? What is all of this? You don't fucking know. None of us do. And even the religions that try to explain it end up just going at the end of the day, yeah, but it's, we just can't understand it. Like, all of us admit at the end of the day that we don't fucking know. So why do I hate saying this shit because I know there's a chance that the only reason the problem exists is because I created, and it makes it hard for me to address the problem if it actually exists because I'm so afraid that I might be creating it by addressing it. But me talking about a possibility is not the same thing as me acting on it. It's me going around and punishing people for it. It's me going around and preventing people from doing it. Because when I prevent people from doing it, I've restricted people's freedoms in order to protect myself. That's what I've done. I've set boundaries, unnecessary boundaries in their behavior because I was afraid of the fact that they had the opportunity to hurt me. Something that I would never do to anybody else. Something I would never fucking do to anybody for no fucking reason. I'm like, but I'm the only human in the world that's capable of being good. So I've got to prevent everyone else from hurting me. Like, shut the fuck up, bro. You're a fucking asshole if you think like that. You really are. If you think you're the only good person in the world, you're a fucking jackass, bro. That's literally not good. Because you've literally decided you behave. You don't give people the opportunity to be good. You force the world to become bad because you want to feel like you're the only good person in the world. And once again, this is one of those opportunities where someone could go, he's the one that's doing that. It's him. And it's like, no, bro. I've been fucking hurt by people that think like that so often that it's like at some point, I've got to take the risk and be the one who's causing the problem in order to solve it. I've got to take the risk and just accept the possibility that this problem might not even exist. But I've been affected by it so much that maybe I just gotta fucking take the risk and solve it, even if it might be my fault. I was gonna kill myself last week because I'm so fucking tired of dealing with this. I was gonna take my own fucking life last week. Not because I'm depressed, not because I'm sad, maybe because I'm a little defeated. I'm probably a little defeated if I'm being honest, because it's just absurd at this point. Because it's like, now outside of everything I just said, now I'm dealing with a personal existential problem that is, alright, it's obvious that most of the world around you is what you make it over a long period of time. Where you end up is where your behavior lands you. And as far as you can immediately control. And at some point, if I'm still dealing with these problems, I do need to accept the possibility that there's still something in me that creates them. And I hate that. I hate that that might be what's going on. I'm trying my hardest to figure it out. But also at the same time, I went to the fucking club the other day. And I cannot tell you, dude, there was literally a guy. Like, the night got more aggressive as I went on. guys just started bumping into me, and it would be like the weirdest shit. It wouldn't be like it's a crowded club. It would literally be like I would literally be going this way, and the guy would be going this way, like this way towards me, right? And all of a sudden, like for no fucking reason, and it's like, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? And then I literally was just walking straight, and then this guy literally just comes in front of me and just like stands there and then pretends he doesn't see me. And like, like, what the fuck is that, dude? Like, how the fuck am I, like, I'm sharing a world with people. Which means that, yes, this outcome is a lot of what I make it, but it's also what the people around me choose to make it. And so I cannot acknowledge my own ability to make the world a problem or to make it a great place without acknowledging everybody else's. And I'm telling you, I want nothing but to exist in a world where everybody's fucking choosing to make the world a great place. And I wake up and I try to as much as I fucking can, I try to sit there and exist in a world where today I'm everyone's fucking friend all of a sudden, where we're all just good. And we all realize that every problem we had wasn't that big of a deal, that life just happens sometimes. And then I go out there, and all of a sudden, boom, there's some fucking guy standing in my fucking way, trying to make me look bad if I get pissed off. I don't even know if that's what he's trying to do, but that's where my brain went the entire night. It was like all this shit was happening, and it just got to the point where eventually all these guys do that shit, but then they look away while they're doing it. It's like at some point, I'm a fucking black kid, bro. If I was to suddenly be like, hey, what the fuck is your problem, homie? Hey, what's up? They could fucking make me look a certain way, and I feel like that's the only thing I can think of at some point is, okay, these guys wanted me to get pissed off so that they can make me look fucking crazy, so that they can make me look bad. And at some point, I just started being like, well, fuck it. If they want me to look bad, I'm going to look bad, because like this is fucking childish. Why are you being children right now? And it's like, it's so hard for me to sit there and admit that something like that is going on without immediately accepting the possibility that I might be creating that problem. It's the last little knot I need to fucking untie. What is it that I'm not seeing that prevents me from separating the two, from realizing that I'm not creating problems? But that doesn't mean that everybody else is always acting on that opportunity, but also accepting the idea that because I see the possibility where everyone can do that, doesn't mean that I'm automatically choosing that possibility. Because I wouldn't want to do that, and I wouldn't want someone to do that for me. I already know this shit. It already makes sense to me. I don't see why I wouldn't behave on it anyway. I don't see why I wouldn't already carry this with me. But no. Some guy comes up to me and fucking pushes me on the ground, and then he goes, according to what you believe, I only did that because you believed I would do it. Like, shut the fuck up, bro. Don't be a dick. Oh, my God. I don't want to continue to be alive if I have to continue dealing with this bullshit. I really don't. And if it comes down to one of us has to die, bro, and I'm not allowed to die, I literally spent a week trying to stick a knife in my fucking throat. If it's not me that's supposed to die here, well then I can't fucking, like, if there are people out there creating these problems, if there are people that are out there that because of how they feel about life, that would kill me if they could get away with it. Like, that's what that is. When a guy comes up to me and he stands in my way after it's already become obvious that I've become more fed up with the night, and he stands in my way and then pretends he's oblivious to it, and that's an opportunity for me to lose my shit. He's killing me. If I react, if I get angry, if I push his ass down, he's killing me, because now he can go around and being like, what the hell? This guy's crazy. Ruining all my ability to have a good time, my ability to fucking talk to anybody, to have a good night, to be in that building. That's murder. He's found a way to get away with murder. That's what that is. If he could kill me without getting caught, he would. If he could kill me without fear of the consequences, he would. That's what that is. Because if not, why would you even act to try and fucking set somebody up like that? If you're willing to set somebody up to ruin their reputation, you're willing to set somebody up to ruin their life. And if you're willing to set somebody up to ruin their life, well, you're pretty much willing to just kill them if you can. Because what else is murder but not ruining someone's life? And so if these guys want to walk around and they're really trying to figure out how to kill people and get away with it, I can't fucking sit there and vouch for them anymore. I cannot sit there and continue living in a world where people like them get to be alive. I've officially altered my behavior so that people like them are bound to end up in horrible accidents, to be killed off, to die. Because that's what needs to happen at this point. It's the only thing that I can see that I haven't done yet, is I haven't started wishing death on the people that fucking wish harm on the others. It's the only, because I've constantly tried to give people the opportunity not to be that way. What other option do I have left other than to just wish death on the people that wish death on the others? And the way it works is, I've learned that when you're genuinely being a certain way, life kind of puts a shield around you. Like immediately. There's not like some like trick you can do to be like, all right, I'm a good person, good things should happen for me. No, there's something that I can't communicate, that I'm not allowed to, really. That when you accept that, when you become that, people have a harder time hurting you. There's a reason I didn't get pissed off at the club last night, even though I was fucking livid after a while. It's because every time I was given the opportunity, life was all like, and fucking did it for me. Life fucking took over. I didn't even know what the fuck I was doing. And when you're like that, and when you start wishing harm from the people that fucking, when you start fucking trying to like get rid of the people that are trying to fucking hurt others for no reason, understand that you're not really in an ability where you don't really have the opportunity to hurt people that are like you, that are just fair. Because life is doing the same thing for them. It's protecting them. So even if you get it wrong, life is protecting them. That the only way they could get hurt is if they convince themselves that they deserved it. That you're not responsible for that. I think about, whatever, bro. I think I'm done. I'm gonna go to the gym. What the fuck does it matter why I just did that? Do you think that if you don't explain why I just did that, that I'm suddenly evil and I'm doing something you don't understand and now I'm gonna kill you? Because if that's the case, then you better be something I can understand 24/7, because according to your thinking, anything I don't understand is trying to kill me, right? Really consider that. Really think about whether or not that's the world you want to live in, where everything you don't understand is more likely to kill you than the things that you do. And now I ominously end the video.